Hey everyone, so welcome back to the Python tutorials. And last time we finished explicit and implicit type conversions. This time what we'll be doing is getting into flow control and how it works in Python. So if you're familiar with flow control, you already know what they are. They're just a bunch of if-else conditions that decide how a program reacts in certain situations and certain data and input. And if you're not, then flow control just at its very basic and essential is just that you're saying if, and if you say, hey, I have a condition here, and when that condition is true, I need you to run some code on it. But if that condition is false, then what I need to do is run some other code. Now this won't work here in the Python shell, but you get the point. Flow control is just saying that you give some condition, and if it's true, then I'll execute this code. Otherwise, if it's not true, then I'll execute this code. So it's just basically adding a certain level of intelligence to our systems. Before you go on to creating if conditions and everything, what you need to do, you need to understand how to create conditions. Now, there are some operators in Python, other than just regular plus, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These are the ones that you can use to compare variables. There are things such as equal to, which compares whether two values are equal or not. Let's say if I do 42 equals 42, it says true. And if I do 10 is not equal to, this is how the not equal to is written here, an exclamation mark and that equal sign, it says 10 is not equal to 20. If I say 40 is less than 10, it gives me false. You get the point. This greater than or equal to, and there's of course less than or equal to. You get the idea. So if you want to do, what you can do is also not use just numbers. You can use strings as well. So let's just say if I write broke here, and if I say is broke equal to this other string broke, it's true. Now you'd be thinking that why would I write the two same things just to say that they're equal? Now this is just for an example. No? In real life, what it can be is you can be comparing a string to say a variable, say a name. At that time it will be helpful. So let's just go with an example, and that way it might be a bit helpful in understanding. So what you can do is I just open up a file here. In this file, let's just write a program that asks for the user's name. So let's just say name input, and I'll say enter name. And what you can also do now is, hold on, let me just get this, and let's check if the user's name is equal to coder. And yeah, in Python, whenever you're declaring an if condition, as soon as your condition is done, you've mentioned your condition over here. This entire thing is a condition. Yeah, you can put it inside parentheses as well. It's up to you. Even if you don't put it, Python is smart enough to figure that out. And what you need to do is you need to place a colon after that. That specifies that, okay, the condition is over, and whatever follows that is your code. And your code will always be indented. You see the space here that's left out, that's indented. It's Python's way of saying that, hey, look, this part of the code, it's inside the if statement. Other programming languages use brackets and curly braces, but Python doesn't. So what I can say is print hey there coder. Okay, that's a simple greeting done. And what I can say is if it's not that, and then the else case, like what happens when it isn't that, when the name isn't coder, it just says print you are not coder. So let's say if I save this and if I run this program, it asks me, and if I say some other name, say John, it says you're not coder. Whereas if I go back and if I run it again, at this time if I say coder, it accepts. It takes my response and successfully prints it. Now there's a way to break this program, say make it work not the way we want it to. How you can do that is run it, and if let's just say I write something like CO and an uppercase D in the middle, and then I say coder. Technically this is still decoder, but it's not recognizing that. Why? Because what we asked it to do is exactly compare this name variable, which we got from here, and this string. So it won't be able to find out the difference between those two or the similarity between those two. And how we can actually fix that is using a couple of different other concepts that we'll be discussing in the next video. So see you there.